Should we wait for the Japanese minister or? Escort the ladies, gentlemen, and friends from the media. We have just finished our second day of this GPAI 2023 Global Summit here in New Delhi. I'm joined, as you can see, on this podium by my colleagues from the United Kingdom, Japan, France, and of course my colleagues from the Ministry, Government of India. We have had a long day. It's following yesterday's inauguration of the GPAI by our Prime Minister. As you know, there's an expo that is underway that was launched yesterday in the morning. And today, we had an almost 4.5-hour ministerial council meeting where 29 countries of the GPAI, partner countries, participated and have unanimously adopted the New Delhi Declaration, which promises to position GPAI at the front and center of shaping the future of AI in terms of both innovation and creating collaborative AI between the partner nations to create applications of AI in healthcare, agriculture, and many other areas that concern all of our countries and all of our people. We have agreed that GPAI will also be at the front and center of shaping the future of AI governance and lead this conversation about safe and trusted AI. And we have also agreed today that GPAI, in keeping with the values of our partner countries, will be an inclusive movement. It will be an inclusive partnership that will increasingly focus on including countries from the global south and making available the benefits of AI and AI platforms and solutions to all of the people of the world, including the people of the global south. I will leave it at that. I will request my colleagues to make some statements, and then we'll be happy to take any questions that you have and provide answers. My colleague Jean-Noël Barrot from France.
Thank you very much, Minister. I'd like to thank the Minister and India for hosting this important summit at a decisive moment. A decisive moment because of the acceleration of AI development that we've been witnessing over the past 12 months. Yet, work had started with GPAI for the past couple of years with the 29 members of this global partnership that are ready to play an important role in shaping the governance of AI and defining what the best use cases will be in the future. And an important summit, first because we adopted the New Delhi Declaration, but also because we discussed the future of GPAI. And we have very high ambitions for this partnership. We want it to be, as the Minister said, the platform where our community of partners can turn to find the solutions developed by the pool of experts of our partnerships for agriculture, for health, for climate change. But we also want it to be an inclusive platform that is open to like-minded partners that share our vision of a human-centric AI and attachment to democracy. And to achieve this in the next few months, under the Indian presidency of our partnership, we'll be discussing as to how we can pool some of our expert resources with those of the OECD in order to extend our reach and our ability to come up with the best possible solutions, both for the governance and deployment of AI for the good of our people and co-citizens. And I want to congratulate Japan for deciding to set up a third expert support center in Japan, along with the center in Canada and the center in France. It's now clear that the sun never sets on GPAI. And this new addition, this third center, will be instrumental in supporting the work of our pool of experts that were able today to present the result of their work for the past year and their work program for the years to come, and that are at the heart of what we want to accomplish with GPAI.
Thank you. I'm Yoshida Hiroshi, Vice Minister from Ministry of Communication, Japan. And yes, as an outgoing chair country, I congratulate. First of all, I would like to congratulate India for this successful and meeting and fruitful discussion throughout this GPAI summit meeting. And also, Japan fully supports the ministerial declaration which is adopted today, and especially we think that GPAI should be more inclusive, and so that we want to encourage more developing countries to join GPAI, and we support the GPAI nature of a multi-stakeholder approach. So that so there is a very big change in the past 12 months, as Minister Barrow mentioned. But so of course we set up a Hiroshima Air process in G7 context and discussed and built up a comprehensive policy framework early this month. But so we started a discussion in between government, but it is not all. So we need seeing that rapid development, we need to discuss with various stakeholders. So that GPAI is a very important forum to discuss AI, what is going on, what we should do. With the participation of multi-stakeholders. And also I would like to report you that to GPAI Tokyo Center, the third expert center was approved to be established. And we think that, of course, we want to discuss many aspects of generative AI in Tokyo Center. And one more point is that it is the first expert center in Asian region. So that I said that GPAI should be more inclusive, and it's a very important. It can be a hub for Asian countries to or Asian experts or countries to discuss with GPAI members or GPAI experts and know what GPAI is doing, and we want to encourage those Asian countries to join GPAI. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and let me join my thanks to those of others for the leadership and stellar contributions both of Japan and of India in this space. I'm really excited really excited to have been part of today's ministerial declaration. It's an important thing because GPAI itself is an important thing. It makes a uniquely powerful contribution to the ecosystem of AI regulation, and it does so for two reasons. First, because it is inclusive, and it brings in countries, participants from all over the world in an inclusive way. And second, because it is adaptive, and it's adaptive to fast-changing technology, because it allows us to implement projects and devise projects to implement on an ad hoc basis, which allows us the agility we're going to need. So I think today has been a great day contributing to the safety and trustworthiness of AI going forward. And that's a journey we have to continue on, but it's a journey worth making because, as all of us know, the safe and trustworthy AI will greatly increase human wealth, prosperity, and happiness. Thank you very much.
If you have any questions, yeah, we'll take a few questions and then we wrap it up. Yeah, good. Go ahead. Yeah, go.
According to the report by Computer Emergency Response Team, India has observed a 51% of increase in ransomware attacks in 2020 first half of 2020.
Wrong press conference. You're on the wrong press conference.
And it was said that
Wrong press conference.
it is on AI.
What is the question on this on GPAI? Ask a question on GPAI.
Sir, how would you summarize yesterday and today in GPAI?
So look, I think you heard the minister speak and you heard me say, we are certainly from an AI perspective, in the last 12 months, the world of AI has transformed in a deep tectonic manner. What was AI, let us say, a year and a half ago is certainly not the world we live in today. So there's a serious consensus that we have to move fast as countries. We have to move fast in broadly two directions. One is about deploying AI, collaborative work between like-minded countries in exploiting AI for the common good of our people, healthcare, agriculture, sustainability, language translation, all of these use cases, we must work together and really demonstrate the capability of AI. At the same time, we deal with clearly, and we are cognizant of this, countries are, people are, about the safety and trust issues that emerge from AI, the risks that it harms, and that GPAI should play a very important role in establishing what can be a global understanding of how to deal with those issues and make safe and trusted AI the norm. So I think that is what is coming out of this GPAI. It is certainly a very important GPAI because of the context in which we are having these discussions, the backdrop and the status of AI. As you know, everybody today who's an expert says that the coming years and indeed months will show that AI is at an inflection point today and it will just rapidly expand. So there is a need for 29 countries to work together and be nimble, be responsive, be absolutely tracking this progress of AI at the same pace and velocity that AI is growing. Our responses should be too. So broadly, that is the consensus. The nitty-gritty is there in the declaration, but it's absolutely gratifying for for us to see that almost every country today is aligned to these twin objectives of harnessing the power of AI as well as making sure that the AI is safe and trusted at the same time.
Sir, any discussion has been done over the regulation of AI?
What has been agreed to, and this has been discussed in the ministerial meeting, that over the next few months, we will work together in GPAI, either via task force or a smaller grouping, to lay out some broad principles that we can, if required, have another midterm GPAI sitting where we can discuss those principles and those guardrails.
Sir, was there a conversation like how it happened during the Tokyo meeting, where GPAI was expanded to a few more countries? Was there a conversation to expand GPAI to?
Absolutely. I said that in the beginning, Somendra, that inclusion and making sure that there is really solid representation from the global south, or what is referred to as low and middle income countries, is absolutely core to the GPAI mission, and that has been something that is universally accepted by all countries, all partner countries. So in today's meeting, as you know, Senegal has been elevated to the steering committee, and during the India presidency, we have vowed that we will certainly expand GPAI vis-a-vis this inclusion.
So just a follow-up there, what is the future of this block going ahead when it doesn't include a big country like China who's also a big player in this ecosystem?
No, I don't see.
What's the scope of this block, sir?
No, it's not a block. And I want you to be very clear that this is not a block. This is 29 like-minded countries who have shared values, shared aspirations, shared expectations, and shared ambitions of AI, working together to build on the good of AI, at the same time mitigating the risks of AI, and working together in a transparent manner, in an inclusive manner to create that. Who is present, who is not present is really not the headline of GPAI. It is about what GPAI will deliver to the future of AI. And I can certainly tell you after today's meeting that GPAI will be extremely front and center in shaping the narrative and the governance framework of the future and the present and future of AI. Of that, we have absolute confidence.
Sir, was there any discussion on the regulatory framework for
Question was asked, answered. I have already answered that question. Okay, we'll take one last question, and then I have to let the minister go.
So how will all these pieces come together? I mean, the Bletchley Declaration, for instance, and some of the other international agreements.
We're all, look, AI today, there are multiple conversations around the world. The G7 has the Hiroshima Declaration, which Japan has worked very hard on. Then there is the Bletchley, there is the American, there's an EU AI conversation. So there are going to be, expectedly, there are going to be many discourses, many conversations around the same issue. But GPAI is a grouping of like-minded countries who will essentially contribute to this. And as I said, I think it will not just be contributing because of the scale and the presence of the membership and the dedication and the impact of GPAI. It will play a leadership role and a central role in how the framework of AI evolves in the coming months.
Sir, I just want to understand your approach. When it comes to regulation, how are you approaching it so that it doesn't scuttle innovation? How is GPAI doing that?
So I don't have an answer for you today, excepting to say that if you see the fine print or the what's in the language, we are completely invested as GPAI in the power of AI to do good. At the same time, addressing the guardrails and the requirements for safety and trust. Some people see this as binaries. The GPAI doesn't see this as a binary. We see that we can do both. I can speak for India. We have some track record, especially with the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill, of knowing how to balance this. And we are very confident as GPAI that we can balance this and we can deal with both these issues at the same time. There are three themes, as I said: collaborative AI and growing innovation. Second is governance framework. Third is inclusion. These are the three themes of GPAI.
So when the Hiroshima Declaration was signed, it was signed before the aftermath of the generative AI wave.
Exactly.
Now that we have that among us, did that particular technology play a role in
No, Soumendra, this is exactly what I said, which is that GPAI and the New Delhi Declaration takes on a different significance because of the context that we are today in compared to the context that we were in a year ago or 2 years ago. That is why what we say today, the 5-hour deliberations that we have had, today takes on an even more important significance. And the fact that we have now saying that our ambition is that GPAI should, in a sense, lead the discourse in given this new context or this, let us say, AI intensive world that we live in, should tell you that about what our ambitions are and what our priorities are. Okay, thank you.
Does India expect China to follow the India-led leadership?
That wrong press conference, wrong person you're asking. You should ask the Chinese minister, no? Thank you.